Hi, my name is Daniel. Today we explore data pump options so we can make exports for long-term storage. A customer asked me for advice on using data pump to create exports that they could store for years. Let's check it out. I'm in the documentation in the section with export parameters, and the first that I would like to talk about is the log file parameter. This one you typically add for all of your data pump jobs, but when we talk about long-term storage, I think it's very handy to have it as well. This will give us some metadata about the export, so be sure to store the log file together with the actual data pump file. Speaking about log file, you should always use log time equals all and metrics equals yes, because that will add diagnostic information to the log file, giving us the most verbose log file with the more information. And speaking about files, let's move on to the dump file where we can store the actual data. In your dump file specification, there are a few substitution variables that I think you should use. The first one is %t, so data pump will add the current date as part of the file name. You should also use %l, and now data pump will add a unique number at the end of each of the dump files. So let's move over to file size. I would recommend that you set file size, in this case, to 10,000 M, slightly below 10 gig. I think it's very cumbersome to have a huge hundreds or even a terabyte sized dump file. That's very cumbersome to handle and to move around. So set the file size to 10,000 M. A little handy thing when we talk about dump files is that you can set the reuse dump files parameter to yes. Then data pump won't throw an error if you for any reason have existing dump files on your system when you do the export. Now let's talk about what we should actually put into the dump file. I would not recommend, say again, not recommend that you do a full export. That will give you a lot of information that you probably don't need, like table space definition, audit trail, or SQL management objects like your plan baselines or SQL profiles. Instead, you probably want to do a schema export, so find all the schemas where you have your important data, or if we're talking about a few tables only, you can use table mode instead. What you definitely should do is to use the exclude parameter to exclude statistics. It takes a lot of time to export statistics in data pump, and those object statistics will be of no use when we talk about long-term storage for compliance reasons. So be sure to strip that out. If you're on Oracle Database 21c or newer, you can use exclude and include together, so you can really narrow down on just the objects that you want to have in your long-term storage. Since we will be storing that data for a long period, it makes sense to compress it. So use the compression parameter, set it to all. Since we will be storing that for a long period, it would probably make sense to use the high compression algorithm. This is the most sophisticated algorithm that will compress data most, but it comes at the expense of CPU cycles. But since we will need to store this for many years, I think it's worth to use a few extra cycles to really lower the size of the dump files. Just be aware that using compression on export requires a license for the advanced compression option. However, on the other side, when you need to import that data later on, you don't need the same license to perform an import of a compressed dump file. Only creating the compressed dump file requires that license. Now, if you don't have a license for the advanced compression option, you can use OS utilities after the export to do the compression. That would work fine as well. Just be advised that using OS compression will not work if you also encrypt your data. Now let's talk about integrity, because we will be storing this information for a long period, so it's probably a good idea to make sure, at least to the extent possible, that whatever we put into the dump file actually is good data. So on export, we can use the data options parameter and use the verify stream format parameter. Now, data pump puts data into your dump files in a streaming manner. And as we do stream into the dump file, we can also validate that the data is good. So kind of It's not a checksum, but it's an additional check on your data when we put it in there. Makes perfect sense since we are storing for long term here as well. If you are on Oracle Database 21c or newer, is to calculate a checksum. So at the end of the export, Datapump can calculate a checksum for all of the dump files and then store that checksum inside the dump file itself. This allows us later on to verify the integrity of the dump file to ensure that no corruption has snuck in. Now, checksums can be used also to see if someone has tampered with the dump file. If you want to do that as well, I recommend that you choose the strongest possible checksum algorithm, which in the latest version of Oracle AI Database is SHA-512. But if you are worried about someone tampering with your dump file or even looking in your dump file, you should use encryption. So encryption requires a license for the advanced security option. If you have that, it's very easy to encrypt your dump file. You just set the encryption parameter to all. When you do that, you need to have something that we can use as the encryption, either a passphrase, or we can also use the encryption key from the database key store if you're already using encryption in the database. But regardless of what you do, I would recommend that you set encryption mode to password. Now Datapump will prompt you for a passphrase or a password that we will use as a key for encrypting your data, and then you can store that key in a safe manner. Now there are a few other parameters that I would like to add as well. Flashback SCN, you should set that to sys timestamp, so we ensure that we create a consistent export. Unless you are exporting from, for instance, a snapshot standby or a system where there is no use at all. So by default, when Datapump exports, we will do a consistent export on a table level only. If you want to have the entire dump file set to be consistent to the same point in time, well, be sure to use the flashback SCN parameter or flashback time. You could use that as well. However, I think that flashback SCN is a little easier. Or is it actually flashback time? I think flashback time is easier. You can set this one to sys timestamp like we show here in the example. Yes, this is the most easy thing to do. And then finally, what I would add is also parallel. So we can do the export as quickly as possible with the resources that we can afford to do the export. Those would be the parameters that I would recommend for such a long-term export. What do you think? Do you have any experience with those parameters, or do you have any parameters that you think we should use? Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video and happy exporting.